What's good, YouTube? This is gonna be a different type of video. Somebody suggested that I should make a top 10 video games of all time list, but I decided I suck at top 10 lists, so we're just gonna do a tier list of apparently 100 plus games. So somebody grabbed 100 plus, quote unquote. I don't know if it's is this 100? This might be 100 plus, yeah. Someone grabbed 100 plus games with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tiers, and I will be ranking them. Now this is personal, so don't get butthurt when I put your favorite game at horrible or I put your favorite game that have not tried. Don't go in the comments yelling at me. This is literally just my opinion. Now a little bit of background history. I've been playing video games for literally almost all my life. I am 18 years old now. The first video game that I picked up that I can remember is Sonic the Hedgehog 2 when I was about 4 years old. Yeah, I was very, very young. I also played a lot of mature games as a kid too because I literally almost everybody in my family except my mother played video games heavy. Like literally, my sister would let me play her San Andreas on the PS2. It was that crazy, and me and my dad would just boot up House of the Dead and shoot up zombies. It was great. So I say I'm a pretty good expert on ranking games. So yeah, I'll explain everything as I go. This might be a long one, so get ready. So for the first one, Bioshock, I haven't played it. I know. Oh my god, I just never got into Bioshock. I didn't like the aesthetic as a kid. Even as I grew older, I didn't like the aesthetic. I did see Infinite, which looked fun, but I mean, I just wasn't far enough in the genre to uh, to get into it. And this one, I have no idea what that is. I'm sorry. It's a lot of games that I haven't played. I'm sorry. Fallout New Vegas. Now I did play New Vegas, but newsflash, that is the only Fallout game that I didn't get my hands on. Like, go through a full playthrough of. I played all of the Fallout games. One, two, three, four. Like I said, a little bit of New Vegas, and I seen gameplay of that other one called Brotherhood. There's another one. No, I don't know. There's another one, but I do know Bethesda makes good games. But for the fairness, I'm going on. Have not tried it. I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna get on this though. I'm gonna get on New Vegas soon. Don't worry. Half Life didn't play it. This is a great video so far. Street Fighter 2. I've played this multiple times. Based off of just like memory, I'm gonna drop it in. Listen, okay. I know I'm young, but I had the Genesis collection. I had a bunch of like those little those games, like it's like one game pack. I mean it's like multiple games packed into one. I had like the Sega collection. Also had like the Nintendo collection, and I played a lot of retro games. Okay, when I found out that there was like a whole era of video games before my time, I went back and played them. Okay, so don't say I'm not. Don't say I don't have any knowledge. Okay, I played these games. All right, I played them a lot. I was playing San Andreas in like 2008, even though I had GTA 4, because I thought San Andreas was more fun. All right, so relax. Is this Smash Bros. Ultimate? I think it is. Now I haven't played Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm sorry. I don't have a Switch. I don't have a Wii U. Who wanted to buy a Wii U? Trust me, like anyone who bought a Wii U regretted it. And around the time the Switch came out, I had no need for it. I want to Switch now though. Team Fortress. Played it a little bit, but from my experience, I'm gonna go with great. It's definitely a good game. Until Dawn. Ooh, Until Dawn. You know it's funny because the creators of Until Dawn just came out with the other game called Little Hope, and I saw like literally that's one of those games where you can just watch and you basically seen everything. Um, Spoiler alert for the Little Hope game. That whole shit was just a dream. Like the main character is like some traumatized dude going through like a schizo episode. It was like the most horrible ending to a video game I have ever seen in my entire life. But since this is about Until Dawn, which is actually a pretty good game, I'm gonna drop it in. Very good. See, when it comes to like these story orientated point and click type Telltale games, I you gotta be sparing with how you rate them because they're not. I'm not gonna say they're not games, but they're not really gameplay orientated. So you gotta rely heavily on the narrative to try to rank whether or not it's good or not. And narrative wise, Until Dawn is not bad. It makes sense, and the conclusions that you can get, the choices you can make are very good. I think Until Dawn is a solid video game. If you like horror, story orientated games, definitely pick that up. Warframe. Okay. Like I said, this is opinionated. Don't attack me. I didn't enjoy my time. I didn't enjoy my time with Warframe. I'm gonna be very harsh. All right. Like if I didn't look back and smile, you know what? Nah, let me not say it's bad because it's not bad. The game is actually fun. It's fun running around as a like Robo Ninja thing, but it's littered with microtransactions, and I was like what 14 when I first played it or something like that. I have no money, so I was like literally just a grunt on the battlefield. Like I couldn't compete. It's not pay to win per se, but it's just like it's more like pay to have fun. All right, Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4. This Uncharted 4 is definitely the weakest in the series. I'm not gonna lie, but it's not bad. I had fun with it. So I will put it in the same tier as it's all right, hold on. Let's drop it right here. Let's talk about it for a second. Let's figure this out. So, gameplay wise, pretty much a run of the mill Uncharted game. Definitely improvement. Gameplay wise, it's an improvement from the third game, for sure, yeah. Narratively, it's kind of cliche. It was nice to see the backstory of Nathan Drake, of how he was an orphan with his whole brother, and I think it was touchy, especially for me who has an older brother. I feel like I can relate to it a lot. But it was just like, I don't know. It felt like it was kind of all for nothing. Not really, because they did get some of the gold at the end, but it was like Drake was reluctant to get back into the whole treasure hunting deal, and his brother was kind of like forcing him, so he got dragged into all that stuff. And he was kind of like, instead of being the centerpiece of it, he was kind of like, I felt like, I don't know, I just felt like none of that had to happen. I felt like a lot of that stuff was uncalled for. And then on top of that, it was just very cliche. It's definitely not a bad story. I liked it. Like literally, I was tearing up at the end. Okay, so I did like it. It was nice. But when you compare it in retrospect, definitely the weakest narratively. So with that being said, dropping it in good. Dropping in good. Never played this. I'm sorry. I know this is a fan favorite. Battlefield 1. Oh my god, this is hard. See, Battlefield 1 has great visuals. It has it's very immersive. Like you literally feel like a soldier on a World War One battlefield. But the gunplay is the guns are the variety is which is it makes sense. It's a World War One setting. So I mean, you don't expect people to run around with automatic rifles and stuff like that. But man, it's like I felt like they dropped the ball on this one a little bit. It just lacked flavor. It lacked identity. Like you can tell it was a Battlefield game through the visuals and the destructive environment and the physics engine and all that stuff like that. But that was literally all it had going for it. So with all that being said, I'll call it decent. Love Battlefield 4. Love it. Love it. It was running my like entire PS4 real estate. That's all I played when Battlefield 4 came out. But when I touched on Battlefield 1, I just didn't like it. And I know it's great. You know what? No, it's not decent. It's good. I think it's a good game. Sorry, didn't play this. I like how all like the old like fan favorite stuff like people that people have always played and talked about I just never touched. I know I missed out on a lot, but I also dipped my hand in a lot. Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah. This baby is going in. Is it a masterpiece? I'm gonna go with amazing. Here's why it's not a masterpiece. First and foremost, this game is not a masterpiece because it pays too much attention to detail, way too much, to a point where the realism takes over the the fun of the game. And what I mean by that is like, for example, when you're trying to cook, right? When you're camping out in the woods and you have like 30 pieces of meat, you literally have to put the meat on a knife for each and every single piece of meat and stick it in the campfire and wait like a good like 10 seconds for it. Like, so if I have 30 pieces of meat and each meat takes 10 seconds to cook, in order for me to cook that much meat, I'm going to have to wait 300 seconds. And it's stuff like that. That's just one example. It's stuff like that that kind of ruins the game. Not ruin the game. It's not game breaking, but it kind of like takes you out of it. Not because it's not immersive, but because it's boring. Like I don't want to sit there in front of a campfire for 300 seconds just so I can eat. And then on top of that, like this is a problem with all the Rockstar games too. Like the gunplay, like the combat is like wow. It feels so outdated. Rockstar needs to like brush up on that. Like they make such great games. Rockstar never misses. They really don't. It's such a great development studio. But they need to brush up on some of their little gameplay mechanics, especially with the shooting. That's the only thing that's holding Rockstar back. Now onto why it's amazing. This game, I don't even like cowboy stuff. When I picked up this game, I was like, "Yo, Cowboys, what are you like 5 Wild West?" I don't care. I never had interest in it ever in my entire life. I didn't play Red Dead 1. You don't have to play Red Dead 1 to play this either. But holy crap, I love this game. I really do. I played through it 3 times and I tried to 100% it, but I got banned. I tried to like catch all like the legendary, because you can hunt in that game, and I tried to catch all like the legendary animals, but I got banned off PlayStation, so I couldn't finish 100% in the game. But holy crap, this game is phenomenal. I love it. Has a great story, great characters. Uh, I'm a great U.S. history guy. I love U.S. history. So if you love like 1800s, early 1900s stuff, in the West, you're gonna see some stuff that's like historically accurate that you're gonna love. You see like Native Americans running around, the U.S. government. It's great. It's a story about outlaws and their cowboys and stuff like that in the world that just don't want them anymore. There's betrayal, there's death. It's a lot in that stuff. It's like it's beautiful. Go check it out if you haven't played it. Dota, I don't like dungeon crawlers. Fire Emblem, never played it. Halo Reach. Oh, okay. Halo Reach. Now I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My memory is kind of like wonky from all the Halo games. The only Halo game that I remember was 3. But if I remember correctly, Halo Reach wasn't bad. So as like a quick speed run of the game, it didn't suck. So we're going on very good. Sonic Mania. Oof, okay. This might be a little bit biased. Like I said, my first Sonic game was Mania. Now Sonic has had a string of horrible ass games for the past like I don't even know since I've been alive to be honest. But when Mania came out, man, Sonic came back. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. It's too bad it came with Forces though. But it's on this list for a reason, to be honest. I noticed that a lot of these games are actually not even bad. I don't even know why there's a bad section. I can't think of any games here that are horrible, but we'll see when we get there. So, Sonic Mania. Um, we're gonna put it in amazing because this game it literally takes everything that you love about Sonic and just dumps it in a 2D platformer. It's great. If you're a Sonic fan, pick it up. Why haven't you picked it up? You're not a Sonic fan if you haven't picked this up. I hate gatekeeping, but literally, if you haven't played Sonic Mania, you're not a Sonic fan. That's how good the game is. So yeah, do me a favor and play that game. Also, I noticed like you guys see why is Sonic Mania next to Red Dead Redemption? Oh my god, I'm literally ranking this game depending on how good it was, how good it holds up, and stuff like that. Like you gotta remember like what's good in the horror genre doesn't compare to what's good in the open world RPG genre. So even though like something may thrive in one area, doesn't mean and thrive in one area and sucks in another doesn't mean that it deserves in the bad. Like obviously, if you were to ask Like, would you rather play Red Dead Redemption or Sonic Mania? And obviously, yeah, it was just those Sonic Mania really bad. But no, Sonic Mania is a good game at what it does, so that's why it deserves to be in the amazing. Just trying to clear that up. I don't even know what this is. Didn't play any of the Batman games. Actually, you know what? Okay, I didn't play any of the Batman games, but I did watch it, and I want to rank it. So, based off what I've seen from the Batman games, narratively, it definitely checks all the boxes. I think, I think this game is really like compelling for sure. So just based off the narrative alone, I haven't touched the game, so I'm not gonna comment on the gameplay. Very good. Jungle Party didn't play it. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Oh man, okay. No, I got a lot to say about the Call of Duty games. Ooh, I just peeped this. Oh, I can't wait to talk about this. Ooh, it's gonna be fun. Okay, so back to Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3. During my time with the game, I was frustrated mainly because there were guns in that game that were like more OP than others. Literally, like your only choice was ACR, UMP 45, or a P90, and some others, or just a new tube if you want to be a deplorable human being. But looking back at it, it definitely did a lot of things right. Now, is it better than Modern Warfare 2? That's up for debate. I think it's literally just a carbon copy of Modern Warfare 2, so you can't really compare it. They're literally the same game, let's be honest. I hate making that argument that Call of Duty is the same game, but if there is two games that came out like back to back from their respective studio, that's literally just a carbon copy. It's Modern Warfare 3 being the same as Modern Warfare 2, for sure, for sure. That being said, the game is not bad. I think it did a lot of things right. It definitely had one of the most game modes. I think it had the most game modes, but I'm not too sure, so don't quote me on that. Infected was fun. Drop Zone was fun. They had like these little like mini 2v2, 3v3, 1v1 modes. Those were fun. The gunplay, it felt great actually. It felt satisfying to kill people. And it overall it just brought a lot of memories. So we'll drop it in good. How about that? Didn't play this. I know all the classic ones I just didn't play. Didn't play any of the Mass Effect games. I gotta get on that actually, and I will. Don't worry. Didn't play any of the Final Fantasy games. You're probably asking right now, is this guy a gamer? Yes. I didn't hop on hype trains. Sorry. Watch Dogs. Okay. Watch Dogs. And this is funny because Legion literally just came out. I had to take a drink because I'm talking so much. Watch Dogs. When it comes to Watch Dogs, I'm not gonna say it's bad. It definitely is none of these. It's definitely not bad, really bad, or horrible. I think Watch Dogs definitely pioneered the genre of like open world hacking. I'm not sure if there's any game that has done anything close to what they done. So, bravo Ubisoft for that. The story, I don't remember it too much because I wasn't invested in the story, mainly because I didn't really care for Watch Dogs when I was playing it. I just liked having fun checking people's bank accounts and stealing money out of it. But okay, so gameplay wise, it's great. Narrative wise, I'm gonna go based off what I've heard and what I remember. Combining those two, Watch Dogs, whoop, very good. Uncharted 3. This is gonna be the last one. I'll make this a multi-part video. So Uncharted 3. Um, is Uncharted 3 the best in the series? I don't think so. I think 2 is the best game in the series. Uncharted 3 is definitely better than Uncharted 4, so it can't be just good. I think this is easy because the narrative is great. It all makes sense. It ties into 2. Very great. And the multiplayer was definitely the most fun in the series. So, with all that being said, I think Uncharted 3 goes in great. Because I can't think of anything too wrong with the game. Not really. Sony makes some pretty good exclusives. So that's about it. This is what you got right here. I'll make another part soon. There's a lot to go through, so yeah, we'll see how it is. We'll see how this all looks at the end of the day. Anyways, that's about it, guys. See you on the next one.